Hi, it's Sunny Chapman, owner of the Salty Olive and creator of the Feast or Famine No More course. And this is my very first episode of IGTV, and I'm really excited and nervous. And I just want to dive right in. So every Thursday, I'm going to post a video, just a short one, maybe a long one, whatever I feel like, whatever's on my mind, whatever I think might help you with where you're at in terms of business and money mindset. So, because that's something that I'm passionate about and it's something that I'm working on. And so I want to share what I learn on the journey and hear from you how it sits with you. So today I kind of wanted to talk about, I wanted to actually do a little exercise where you can check in with yourself about something. So ask yourself really how this issue that I want to talk about is or is not affecting you and where you're at right now. And what that is the belief in scarcity, right? The belief that there's not enough to go around. There's not enough for everyone. And so there's limited resources. There's not enough money. There's not enough. I'm not enough. It manifests in so many ways. It manifests in all kinds of ways. But let's look specifically at it in terms of money right now. So I want you to check in with yourself about your belief in scarcity. It would be almost impossible for you not to have this belief because it is literally everywhere in our culture, in our society, and it's just been passed down and down and down and down because it was the truth, and resources used to be extremely limited, but now there is all new worlds of possibility and all new resources and everything to go around. There is abundance in this universe and there are infinite possibilities, but it's a nice intellectual idea. So we understand that, and we might want to take on that belief and understand that intellectually. So here, but we don't really feel it here. Like, and you can't see my hand, but it's down on my gut. We don't feel it in our gut, in our heart, that there really is enough for everyone. We're afraid there's not enough, and we have to scramble for our survival and safety. So if you're believing that, and if you are carrying that on some level, I want you to think for a minute about how that's affecting you in your business and or a multitude of ways in your life, if it's not your business, in your ability to create, in your ability to ask for what you want and get what you need and want in your life. Because when we believe there's not enough, then we believe that in order for us to get what we want and need, then somebody has to lose out. Somebody has to be hurt by that on some level. If we get what we want and need, somebody else has to get hurt. So I just wanted you to check in with yourself and ask yourself, like, am I believing that? Am I believing that in order for me to have what I want and need, someone has to get hurt? And just check in with yourself. Do you believe deep down that somebody has to get hurt for you to have what you want and need? Because chances are, because you have this subconscious belief that there's not enough, you do believe that in order for you to have some, it's going to take away from someone else and therefore hurt them. And you're a good person. You have a huge heart. You love people and you love life and you want to help. So it's against your fundamental programming. It's against your nature to want to hurt someone. You don't want to hurt someone. You want to help. But yet there's this conflicting programming going on that says, in order to get what I need to survive, and you want to survive too, you want to thrive. You want to thrive too, not just survive. You want to thrive, and you deserve to thrive. But you've got this belief that if you get what you need to thrive, then it's going to hurt someone else's ability to thrive. It's going to hurt them. It's going to somehow hurt someone else. And I had this / have this big time. And I've just realized like how deep that really goes. That I have really believed that in order for me to have what I want and need in my life, somebody's going to have to get hurt. And I didn't think that I was carrying this on this intellectual level. Of course not. But it's going on a subconscious level, on a deeper level. And so of course I don't get the results and see the results, and of course I have huge conflicts about creating this life that I want to create and having the things I want to have, because I don't want to hurt anyone. I want everyone to win. And according to this belief that there's not enough, somebody has to be the winner, somebody has to be the loser, somebody's going to have to give up something for somebody to get something else, because of that fundamental belief that there is not enough to go around. It's informing that, and that's informing my decisions on a very subconscious level. And I've just realized the immense power of that, because like you, I want to help. And so I want us all right now, whoever is watching this with me, to imagine, just to use your imagination to really visualize or just feel into a place where that's not a reality. So you can just take your belief in that scarcity and just set it aside for a moment. It doesn't have to go away. You don't have to get rid of it. Just set it aside in your mind. Suspend that disbelief for a moment and just imagine a situation in which you win, you get what you want and what you need from your life and what you treasure and value, and so does everybody else. So does the other party in the scenario, or whatever, the other group, or whatever that happens to be. But imagine that nobody has to give up anything, that nobody has to get hurt, that it's a win, 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 that there's just win all around, that there doesn't have to be a loser in order for you to win at what you're trying to win. There doesn't have to be a loss or a hurt or a negative cost, but that it was a mutually beneficial thing for all involved. And I know a lot of you are like, yeah, so, I mean, of course, but I'm telling you, we understand these things intellectually, but we haven't integrated them subconsciously. So this week, I'm going to, and I hope that you will try it too, to just as often as you can, or whenever you think of it, make some time to sit and actually visualize and feel into what that feels like. What will that feel like when nobody has to be hurt, nobody is cost anything, when everybody wins, when it's a win, 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 win. And apply that to whatever you're trying to create in your life and whatever you're trying to call in for yourself and your loved ones and whatever it is. Whatever your heart's desiring that you have a conflict about, that it's going to have to hurt someone else somehow, in some way. Explore that and try to visualize, if you didn't really believe that, if you really and truly believed there was enough. And just don't worry about trying to get rid of that belief, because you're not going to get rid of it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So you don't have to get rid of it. But if you can just feel more into the possibility of the other, just say, what if? What if? What if everyone was uplifted by this? What if it didn't cost in a negative way, hurt, take away from, offend, anything, whatever that is for you? What if that didn't have to happen? And just like feel into that good feeling space and make room for that in your life, because that's how you'll let that new belief kind of flourish. To just give it some air, give it some breathing room, and give yourself some breathing room, because when we believe there's enough, we believe we're enough, and there's no need to scramble for resources. There's enough to share and go around, and there's new and creative, inventive ways to share and create new resources and so much other good stuff. So I hope you'll join me this week in doing that, making a practice of that this week. And that's all I've got for today. Let me know how I did. Bye.